How to heal from a narcissist relationship in 2024. Let me tell you, if you're just tuning in now in 2029, I can tell you this information is still relevant, so do not click away. We're going to be talking about narcissists. We're going to be talking about borderline personality disorder, BPDs. We're going to be talking about psychopaths, sociopaths, how to recover, how to heal, how to survive relationship with narcissists, psychopaths, toxic people. Okay? So if you're just tuning in right now, why don't you smash that like button? That's right, I want to sound like all the YouTubers out there. Smash that like button right now. Make sure to subscribe so you can get videos like this every day pumped to your phone. All right, are you sick and tired of the BS? Let's get started, shall we? What's up, warriors? Welcome back to another exquisite episode of Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira, and yes, we're going to be talking about how to heal from a narcissist relationship in 2024. It is the new year, but God knows when you're watching this video, so just stick around. Healing from a narcissist relationship, that's like the question of the millennium, because it seems that narcissists and narcissist relationships are becoming more and more common. My theory is because of social media, right? The toxicity that social media has become, the dating, hookup culture, the dating apps, all that stuff has really created a disconnect with society, especially in modern dating. And it just seems more and more narcissists are out there in the dating field. A lot of broken people coming off of relationships with narcissists that are trying to get back into the dating scene. You know, they're coming with a lot of baggage, with a lot of trauma. They're coming with a vendetta. They're coming with hypervigilance, right? They're going into the dating scene hoping to prove a point, hoping to make sure, oh, this is never going to happen to me again. And you got to be careful not to be too hypervigilant where you're going to start accidentally pushing people away. You're going to be spotting red flags that are not even orange. You have to be careful when you're dating too soon, when you're coming off of a relationship with a narcissist. So, you know, I put together maybe 5 crucial steps that you can start implementing into your life today if you want to heal from a narcissist relationship. There are many steps to actually recovering from this type of parasitic, addictive trauma. All right, but I know some of you guys like details and you like a step-by-step work. Okay, I can give you a step-by-step work, but you see, these are in no particular order. All right, in no particular order, but if I were to pick the first one, the first step to healing from a narcissist relationship, I will tell you is that you cannot stay in the relationship with the narcissist. Like, that should be common sense. If you want to heal from narcissistic abuse, you cannot stay in the relationship with the narcissist abuser. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. If you want to cure yourself of the poison, you can't continue injecting the poison into your body. You can't stay in a narcissist relationship and expect that you're going to heal. It's impossible. Sure, you can get stronger, you can develop boundaries. In fact, I encourage for you guys to start developing strong boundaries now. I encourage that. But if you're constantly dealing with a narcissist abuser, with a psychopathic abuser, and that's the person that you sleep next to at night, that's the person that you wake up to in the morning, your enemy, the person that you're walking on eggshells around, the person that you fear for your life, the person that's withholding intimacy, the person that is probably cheating on you, as they usually do. That's the narcissist, right? That's the psychopath that you're going to sleep with, and you're probably not even having sex with anymore because they've taken that away as a form of control, as a way to torture you, as another form of narcissistic abuse. So how do you expect to heal from a narcissist relationship if you're still in the relationship? Now, sometimes the relationship is a marriage. It's not just a boyfriend and girlfriend thing. You're actually married to the psychopath, to the narcissist, to the borderline, to the sociopath. And you're going to say, oh, so I'm supposed to get a divorce now. That's going to cost me money and attorneys and the house and the kids and this and the other. Look, I'm not here to listen to your excuses, because we all make excuses. Whether you're married to the narcissist, whether you're just dating the narcissist, whether you are engaged to the narcissist, it's always going to be a pain in the ass when someone tells you, you have to leave. Because that involves change. That involves drastic change, and nobody likes drastic change. So I get it. I can empathize with that because I've been there. And this applies to everything in our lives, whether it's leaving a job that you're comfortable and familiar with, even though it's terrible and you hate it, whether it's losing weight, eliminating an addiction, getting rid of bad habits. It involves a drastic change in your lifestyle. So you don't want to do it, but you can't. You cannot stay in a relationship with a narcissist if you want to heal from a narcissist relationship. So that's the first one. And if you don't like it, if you already don't like step one, then there's really no hope. There really isn't. You have to get out. Or you have to change your question. Because sometimes I tell you guys are asking the wrong questions. If you refuse to leave the relationship, if you can't leave the relationship because of financial situation, you're going to be alone, you don't have money, you're going to be in the street, you're going to be under a bridge, I get it. So the question is now how to heal. It's how to coexist in a narcissistic relationship. How to deal with the abuse when you're hopeless. It's things like that, and that I'll make another video about. But if you really want to heal, if you're 100% ready to heal from narcissistic abuse, you got to get out of that relationship. Okay? So, a little H2O while that marinates. Now, the second step to healing from narcissistic abuse in a narcissist relationship, you cannot stay friends with the lying, cheating, narcissist, psychopathic abuser. You cannot stay friends with them. Whew. Wait a minute, but why not, Kita? I can be friends. We can be acquaintances. We can text here and there. No. You can't stay friends with a parasitic predator like that. Remember, the narcissist is after what they call narcissist supply. They're after the things that you offer them, whether it's money, status, whether it's shelter, whether it's great sex, whether, I don't know, we can go down the list. Companionship, shoulder to cry on, someone that they can vent to, someone that they can abuse, someone that they can feel like they have total control over, someone that they can devalue and belittle so that they can feel better. All of these are forms of narcissistic abuse. Somebody that they can make jealous by having other sources of supply and flaunting the new supplies and leaving traces of evidence that they're cheating on you with, right? How or why would anybody want to remain friends with somebody like that? If you actually get out of the relationship, if you follow step one and you leave and you divorce, you break up, you call off the engagement, if you actually can do that, why would you want to remain friends with them? I'll tell you why. It has to do with the narcissist trauma bond. That's why most of us struggled to even fathom getting out of these abusive entanglements. Because I do like to call them entanglements. When you get out, you realize, was that even a relationship? It was really an entanglement, because you were entangled with this toxic person. It's like they had their tentacles wrapped around you, right? They had their hooks in you. But why would you want to stay friends with an abuser like this? That's the trauma bond. For those that are not familiar with the trauma bond, I do have a detailed video on trauma bonds, and you can watch that right here. It's called the Narcissist Trauma Bond Manifesto. Check that out. So it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind how someone, it's kind of like the Stockholm Syndrome, where you fall in love with your abuser, and even though this person is ruining your life, you need more, you need more, you need more. So check out that video if you're not familiar with trauma bonds. But just baffles my mind, staying friends with a psychopath abuser. Like, and believe me, they will want to stay friends. Well, my psychopath ex wanted to stay friends with me. And you know what happens when you stay friends with a narcissist? They start to show you or talk about, inadvertently, low-key, whatever, they start to mention who they're seeing now. Or they'll come to you for relationship advice. Imagine that. The person that cheated on you, the person that broke your heart and broke your psyche and put you through all this narcissistic abuse, that person is coming to you now for relationship advice. They want to talk to you about their relationship. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to stick it to you. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to talk about what goes on in the bedroom. They're going to go talk about all these things. And you know what? You're still hurt. You're still bonded to this person. It's going to turn your stomach. You're going to get jealous when you discover that, oh, wow, you're already in another relationship and you're talking to me about it? No, get the hell out of here. You can't stay friends with a narcissist. Get the hell out of here. Forget about it. All right? Forget about it. Little H2O. Some of you are wondering where my favorite mug is, huh? That's for another video. The next step on how to heal from a narcissist relationship, and this should be obvious, but it's not. You can't continue having a sexual relationship with your narcissist ex. Whoo, baby! What? You mean I can't continue, not even once in a while? Like, we were together for all this time. We knew all our favorite spots and I mean, like, what if the narcissist just wants to come and just hit it real quick? You mean I can't just show up at her house at 3 in the morning and take care of business and treat her like dirt and get the heck out? No, you can't do that, because see, this is not a normal person. This is not someone that actually loves you, right? This is not somebody that was faithful to you. This was not a good person. This was someone that put you through the ringer, that has been banging people behind your back, in front of your back, or whatever. How is that even a thing? And now you want to go back and do the most intimate thing with this person? Like, again, trauma bond. That's what that is. And the narcissist will do that. They will do that. They will come and get what they want out of you. I know for a lot of relationships, like a narcissist will withhold sex at the end. You're not getting any. That doesn't always happen in relationships and with narcissists or psychopaths, but it's very common. So then, you get teased. All of a sudden, they actually let you sleep with them again, and you're like, oh my God, they love me. We're back. No, it's a trick. It's a trick. Yeah, you have to think about, why did they withhold? Why did they withheld? I don't know how to speak today. Why did they stop having sex with you for all that time? And all of a sudden, now that you're broken up, now that you're trying not to even be friends with them, how come now they're interested in having a little one-night stand with you? It's manipulation. It's part of the trick. It's part of the trap. They're trying to weasel you back in so they can keep getting what they get. Sometimes these psychos just love torturing you. They love watching you go crazy. Like, they love to know that they can wield They can wield their wand, right? And get what they want. Okay? And they love that. They're like, ooh, I got this person wrapped around my finger, got them in the palm of my hands. All I gotta do is just flaunt my goods, and they're at my doorstep 3 in the morning, no matter what time they're here, like a little puppy dog. Don't let this happen to you. You gotta be stronger than these carnal desires, guys. You have to be stronger than that. That's like the biggest temptation. Like sex sells. It's used to manipulate and control the masses. So what makes you think a psychopath, a narcissist, a borderline, a sociopath, a toxic person, a manipulative, broken, toxic, sadistic, predatory person is not going to use these tactics to lure you back into their cell? Come on. You can't continue having a sexual relationship with a narcissist or with an abuser if you want to heal from this type of abuse. It just makes no sense. Think about it. Look, we talk a lot about going no contact with a narcissist. You know, that's going to be the 4th step, going no contact with a psychopath narcissist. Now, I know a lot of you have kids, a lot of you have children with the narcissist, with the abuser. I know that, and it's not easy, and you can't go completely no contact, but here are the things. You have to implement the other steps as well. No contact, you're not going to be texting them to shoot the shit. You're not going to be flirting with them over text. You're not going to be talking about the weather. You're not going to be talking about the news. You're not going to be talking about sports. You're not going to be having a conversation. It's just, if you're doing the children exchange type of thing, if you're co-parenting and you're divorcing and all that stuff, it's strictly about the schedule of the kids and when we're going to swap this and the other. I also have a video about co-parenting that you can watch right here, right? Very good video on how to do the co-parenting thing. It's not an easy thing to do, but you have to manage your communication with these toxic individuals. And once you do what you got to do and you swap the kids and whatever, they have them for this week or these days or whatever it is, that's it. There's no more small talk. You don't talk about the relationship. You don't talk about closure. There's no apologies. There's no conversation. You don't go back into that. You don't listen to their BS. Okay? You've already experienced this for long enough. Okay? Remember, you're not friends with them. Remember, you're not having a sexual experience with them anymore. Okay? So if you cut all those things out, there's nothing left, right? And if you don't have kids with a narcissist, then you can go 100% no contact. What does that mean? That means no texting, no phone calls, no Facebook, no Instagram, no social media, no WhatsApp, bullshit, nothing. Nothing. You're not looking at old videos. You're not looking at old pictures. You're not reading old texts because you don't want to delete them and you're going back 3 years ago and you're reading all this stuff and it takes you right back into the chaos even though you're out and you're like, Kita, oh my God, I read all the texts and I have anxiety. It's like, yeah, and I got to remind you, that happened 3 years ago. So what you're reading is something that happened 3 years ago is not happening to you right now. Those are your emotions. That's the trauma. That's the brain and the memories and all these things that are causing all these feelings, but it's not real. But it's still affecting you, isn't it? So you have to stop doing it. So like I say, you want to heal from a narcissist relationship and you don't want to get out of the narcissist relationship, you want to stay in it. I said shiship. I know you heard me because I heard it too. You want to stay in that relationship, you're not going to heal, right? Right? So if you don't want to feel all this anxiety and all this madness, then stop reading the texts. No contact means no contact, but I have an ebook that I illustrate in detail how deep the no contact rule actually goes. And let me tell you, it's not something that's just designed for psychopaths and narcissists. It's something that if any of you guys went to high school at some point and you broke up with your girlfriend or boyfriend, I'm sure somebody told you about the no contact rule. That, hey, you guys are broken up. You're not supposed to be friends. You're not supposed to be calling each other goodnight and continuing acting and behaving like if you're together, even though you're not anymore and you're not holding hands or kissing or sex or anything like that, but you still talk at night. Get the hell out of here. No. You're supposed to feel that pain and that emptiness. You're supposed to feel that. You're not talking to them anymore. That's it. Those phone calls are over. That privilege is gone. That's something that has been around for generations, but it's extremely powerful when dealing with a psychopath or a narcissist. You can't continue the contact. Why? Because they are very manipulative. And they say things and they plant seeds in your head. They will flaunt the supply. They'll say little things about how good they're doing and how they're getting married, or they'll find a way to stick it to you. They'll find a way to trigger you. Just listening to their voice sometimes, it's enough to put you in a panic. No contact. I know it's hard. Believe me, sometimes some of you guys haven't dealt with a full-blown psychopathic, sociopathic, deranged stalker, a domestic violent, abusive, beast. Some of you have dealt with someone like a borderline, a BPD. I'm not saying they're angels, because they are not. Okay? But as crazy as they are, it hasn't been criminal. It hasn't been as dangerous as these things that you see and you read and you hear in the news, right? And you have a lot of good memories. And you remember those good times, and especially like the borderline, like they have these really strong emotions, and it seems like they really, really love you. Like they love you in an impossible way. They love so hard. And they cry and they're desperate. Just, I can't live without you. Don't leave me. Don't abandon me. Please talk to me. Even though they were sleeping with everyone in the block and everyone at their job. So you go into that place and it's like, oh, how can I not speak to them again? You mean to tell me I can't speak with her again, like forever? That's a hard pill to swallow, right? It's not easy. But here's the good news. You only have to do it for today. Today, you practice no contact with a psychopath, with a borderline, no contact with a narcissist. Today. You don't worry about tomorrow. Just for today, you make sure that you do not reach out to them. You make sure that you keep them blocked. Don't go on blocking. You don't go stalking their social media to see what they look like, to see if they're dating someone, to see if they're happy. You don't do that today. Okay? When tomorrow comes, you worry about no contact then. Okay? Because tomorrow is another day. All you got to worry about is today. Don't think about, oh, this is forever. This for the next 30 years, I'm going to have an emptiness and a broken heart. Don't think that. All you got is today. For all you know, tomorrow you get hit by a bus and you're free. Okay? So don't worry about that. Just for today, no contact. All right? Can you do that? Can you do that? Look. And this goes hand in hand with no contact, but the fifth crucial step for healing from a narcissist relationship is that you cannot isolate. See, the idea of going no contact makes you think that you're going to be in isolation because, oh, the connection I had with a narcissist or with a borderline was so deep that I can talk to my friends, but it's just not the same. I have coworkers, but I don't like talking to them. It's just talking to your abuser was something out of this world. It was magical. You guys would talk about so many things for hours, so many topics and so many conspiracies and so many threads of conversation. And it was great, wasn't it? I know. I missed that too. I miss that too. But those pieces of shit went ahead and they slept with somebody else. Those pieces of shit went ahead and lied behind your back and cheated. When they knew you were suffering, when they knew you were home, waiting for their call, wondering why they're not responding to your text, having a panic attack on the floor in tears because you knew exactly what they were doing and who they were with. And they knew that what they were doing was so wrong because guess what? They had already done it to you, hadn't they? And you took them back and you forgave them and you gave them another chance because you loved them. You truly, truly loved them. And you believed that love conquers all. And within a few days or a few weeks, they called the other supply, the one that they were living a double life with, and they hooked up with them. And they went to that motel and they knocked boots all night and they didn't answer the phone and they didn't call you and they didn't text you. They just ghosted you like a cruel, malicious, conniving, loathing beast from hell. Because only a succubus like that or an incubus would do something like that to the person they claim that they love. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Nah. You got to learn how to form new connections. You cannot isolate. You cannot stay home staring at the walls unless you're meditating, because that's great. You sit and you stare at the wall for like 15, 20 minutes. Whew, it's amazing, right? But aside from that, you need to plan your days. You need to plan dinners with friends, with family. I know some of you are in a situation where you don't have friends or family, you know, but you can still go out to a coffee shop and just be there and read a book, take your laptop and be around the ambiance as people walking around, strike up small talk. I don't like small talk, but you know what? Sometimes like the universe connects you with like-minded individuals when you actually get out of yourself and make an effort, right, to heal. And you go out there and sometimes just complimenting a stranger on something leads to a great conversation. And for all you know, this may be the person that you need to meet that day or that evening. That may be a person that might have an opportunity for a new career for you. That might be a person that might be a teacher and you want to learn how to play guitar. They happen to be a guitar teacher, and I was like, wow, what a coincidence, you know? You might meet with someone that's also been through narcissistic abuse, and you guys can become friends and talk about that. Just don't date them. Don't date another trauma victim. Not good, not good. But you cannot isolate. Because believe me that the psychopath and the narcissist and the borderline, they're out there. They're out there. They're living their life. They could care less about you. They're out there with a new supply. They're out there grooming another source of supply. They're out there causing chaos and havoc and wreaking all sorts of pain and torture and torment to the person that you're still home jealous of. Because let me tell you, they do the same thing to the person they cheated on you with. They will do it again to the next one. And they will sleep with somebody else, and they will sleep with their best friend's mate. They will do that because they've got no morals, they've got no self-worth, they have no agency. They are just complete fuck-ups. And you do not want to stay friends with someone like that. You cannot continue having sexual relationships with someone like that. You cannot continue speaking with someone like that. And you definitely cannot even consider getting back into a relationship with someone like that. So if you got some value out of these 5 crucial steps, and I know they were crucial, but no, that's not the word I was looking for. I know they were brutal. Because it's not easy to heal from a narcissist entanglement. It's not. It's really not. Especially if you wholeheartedly cared and loved for this person and you saw this person as your second half, as your soulmate, right? As the love of your life. It's not easy. But the alternative is to continue dealing with their abusive behavior, their unacceptable patterns of behavior, their toxicity, right? That's hard, right? That's really hard. In comparison, the things I'm asking you guys to do is easy compared to the alternative. Because indeed, it's the alternative that you're trying to get out of, isn't it? So if you want to stop feeling that way, if you want to heal from this pain, and this is what you got to do. This is a start. And you don't have to do it alone. You know, you can work with a therapist. You can hire a therapist and sit there and talk to them and get all these things out, right? You don't have to do this alone. If you don't like working with therapists, I have a coaching program. You know, I've been through this shit. I'm a survivor just like you. And we can talk about this, and I can show you exactly how to get out of a narcissist relationship and how to heal and all the things that you have to do and be that person in your corner and encourage you, you know? Because I went through this shit, and I had to do this with my mentor. I couldn't do it alone either. If it wasn't for my mentor, God knows I'd probably still be trying to kiss her ass and, you know, stay friends or some delusion and some idealization. God knows, like, where I would have been. Because it feels like you just got a lobotomy sometimes. You're just like brain dead when you come out of these relationships, right? Especially when you're discarded. So if you haven't been discarded, you're still in the relationship, number one, like I said, you got to get out of that relationship. You have to get out of that relationship. You can't stay friends. You can't keep sleeping with them. You have to go no contact with them. You got to make sure you learn how to live and enjoy life again. You can't isolate. Start making new friends, new connections, right? Get out there. Get out there because it gets scary and lonely. Inside the house, inside those walls, it feels like the walls are just crushing you, right? And everywhere you look inside, it's a memory. You remember what you used to do here when you that couch, you used to lay in the couch and cuddle and watch movies, you know, when you used to cook together and setting the table and the Christmas tree, right? And all the things you used to do. Sucks, right? But it does get better. It does get better, but it starts with you exiting that relationship. All right? So again, I want to remind you guys to check out the Narcissist Trauma Bond Manifesto video so you can learn more about why it's so difficult breaking free from a narcissist relationship, why we still feel like we're bonded to them despite all the abuse that they've done to us. Check out that video right now. And also, I got a question for you guys. What's the hardest thing? Like how do I ask this? What's the most difficult challenge that you're having right now with getting out of the relationship with the narcissist? Like, what is it that's getting in your way? Are you unsure that they're narcissistic? Like, are you holding on to the idea, oh, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're not a narcissist and I'm overreacting? Is it because you suspect they're cheating, but you haven't caught them yet? So you're kind of waiting for concrete evidence. Like, you know, is it financially? Like, what is it? Are you afraid of being alone? I mean, you know, I'm saying some of the most common answers, but leave me a comment below. Let me know what's your biggest challenge so I can look those over and see if I can answer those questions for you in another video. What's the biggest challenge you guys are having of why you can't get out, why you can't terminate, why you can't end the relationship with your narcissist abuser? All right, and again, I have a coaching program. If you want to work privately, one-on-one with me, drop me a line, see if we're a good fit for each other. I have a link in the description. If you guys just check out the description of the video, I have a link there where you can get more information. So click that and see for yourself if it's something that you're interested in. All right, so I hope you guys got something out of this. Stay strong, guys. Remember, you got to keep moving forward. All right, keep moving forward. Stop looking back. You got to move forward if you want to heal from this type of abuse. Stay strong. As always, thanks for watching the video. Drop a like, subscribe so you can get more videos like this. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get notified on your phone when I'm posting a video. And for those that are catching this video live and are still chatting with me right now, thanks for sticking around. You guys are awesome. All right? So once again, my name is Kita. This is Psychopath Exposure. I will see y'all in the next video. Be good. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.